り返し、こ、の、オメガ、の。1時間遊びます。忘れる前にこれをロジェールさんにお渡しします。繰り返しの繰り返し、こ、の、オメガ、の。
This is a black knife print. I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall our conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the deed were scions of the Eternal City. A group entirely of women, arrayed in armor of silver under cloaks which fooled the eye. The knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death through sinister rite. Please, I beg of you, lend me the knife print for a time. I'd love nothing more than to tease out its secrets. Though only a fragment, a very specific ritual had to be performed to impart the power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body has been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me see. Oh. Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Rani. One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Ronala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark destined to death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long. I have some idea of Rani's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals, from whom Rani descends. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in recent years. Rani's whereabouts since the shattering are a well-kept secret. She hasn't been seen even once. But I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born. I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live in death? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be expunged. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to save them. You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knives. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life, only they happen to touch upon a flaw in the Order. Yes, indeed. If Dee knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage. Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to. If Luna Prince and she should... Would you be willing to... She may have returned the royal car...
Raniさんの主犯なんか一周目手に入ってたような。もうここでちゃんとルートに乗っけられてたというアンダーバー。いろいろ関係してる。 C さん強い。最強。さん。有浦さんってなんかちょっと重要な龍さんだったような気がうっすら。なんか名前見ましたね、うっすら。全く思い出せません。思い出した。
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty.
月のあれでトレなところで。
What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Quite
the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed, I am the witch Rani. I stole a fragment of the rune and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved. And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
出るのはラニちゃんさんツンツ
The
ン。
curse mark now. Be gone.
Always good to see you safe. So, I see. When Rani shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale. But if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Rani's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Rani's while in her and determine? I realize, but I know you've got what it takes.
The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone. Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below.
喜んで
Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all.
試される？
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Rani has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Rani, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me. My fellow, let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani.
Long time, friend. Blythe, if you've forgotten. Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Rani. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below to see if I can. Don't keep me waiting.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Selvis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
可変の君主を倒した誰かおめでとうございます。
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Rani. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? Come and pay me a visit.
日食場で狙撃されてます。狙撃
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter my... And it will be... I have high look... I shall soon... And it will be... I have high look...
Did you not realize perhaps I'd like you to find a... Even you... Good. Now I shall... Find Nepheli and... I expect... I've no time. The only thing... Are we... I have enough.
Well, I see you found wonderful. Make the journey to the capital. Lend the two fingers will deny. You may be our for we. Is that potion mortality syllabus? I suppose he's up. Oh, I won't interfere. The round table has but. Oh, would you not? Good. I'll dispose of the potion myself. You go and see Celavis, but just tell him that you tricked your man. Despite knowing next to bloody nothing, he's so far up his own arse he won't suspect a thing. His inevitable display of arrogance will certainly be a sight to behold.
Greeting, are you here for...
なんかこのお薬。ふんぐいさんに MGMG させるルートもあるんです M。なんと不足遺産も人生に悩みが。確かに悩みはたくさんありそう。
so you made Nepheli drink the potion. Well done. You are a touch more useful than I had thought. Very well. Then you shall have your gift. Knowledge of the sorcerous arts and of the tutelage of the great preceptor Celavis. I doubt much of it will lay within the grasp of a mere tarnished, but if you put your mind to it, perhaps you won't embarrass our lady. You wish to... well... So, you had Nepheli drink the potion? Truly? Then perhaps something was amiss with it. It's concocted from the finest ingredients, but perhaps I should review the recipe. I may have expected too much of her to begin with. Begging for another letter.
疑ってる感じあるけど、確認を怠るあたりが面白い。どうしてついさっき知り合った汗人さんを信じてるんでしょうね。頑張って作ってきたお薬の方を信じても良さそうなのに。
Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidya.
あれ白金の人
To the Karyan royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls. Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pitya a
ピティさん
little something by way of compensation? I'm sorry, Your Worship, but poor Pidya has given all he has. I can't be of further use to you.
生
Please,
きてる間に会えてよかったです
please.
あれぶわっ目が燃えて燃えほんとだ狂い火この人形だけ人形
Please.
人形 カニ。
Begging for another lesson. That remains. You break into a man's private chambers, rooting about as you please. Your oafishness knows no bounds. Fine and well. You tricked Nepheli and had her drink the potion. I believe that makes you my accomplice. You yearn for a puppet of your own, hmm? Well, normally one of your stature would never be allowed. But perhaps I can make a very special exception. Now, choose. Begging for another lesson. Begging for a... That'll make...
傀儡が欲しい。 仲間に。
For another... What's that? You want another puppet? Quite the keen paramour, aren't we? But I'm afraid each and every one is like a child to me. I can hardly just give them away. Oh dear, what's to be done? Why don't you fetch me some starlight shards? If you can manage it, I'll gladly prepare a new puppet for you. The soul of every puppet has its own ambience. You'll soon come to know once you possess a few. And once each's predilections are known to you, the better you'll be able to love them. Oh yes. You have much to look forward to further down this road. You're proving to be quite the puppeteer. I've not had an apprentice for a very long time indeed. Begging for another lesson that remains. Perhaps you'll be interested in a little scheme of mine. It will produce the finest of puppets, which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even Lady Rani. How does that sound? I knew I had you pegged. You're just like me. Then I'd like you to procure something. A rather unique starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draft will gleam with nectar sweetness. And even a demigod would be slave to its charms.
同じにされた。なるほど、これに使うんですね、琥珀のは。ひひ。ひひひ。 セルブスさんの助手がキリさん？それは言ってもいいやつですか？ラニちゃんさんのイベントと同時進行するの難しそう。流れを追いながらやってるといえばやってるのでも言わなくても全然大丈夫な感じです。ラニちゃんさんのイベントと同時に進むやつなのできっと後ほどわかります。なるほどなるほど。とりあえずアルター高原まだなのでここでストップ。
And even a dead.
Always good to... So,
日本語。
maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep,
ロジェールさん。
fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
眠気。
Oh. Ah.
アクセント、オメガ、アクセント、ブワ。 もう喋ってくれないの。生きてる？ギリギリ？生きてる？生きて。で。ブワッ。アクセント、オメガ、アクセント、ブワッ。もうお祭りが始まって。今日はロジェールさんのお別れでおしまいです。アクセント、オメガ、アクセント、ブワッ。お付き合いありがとうございました。繰り返し、コ、の、オメガ、のし。いってらっしゃい。行ってきます。おつでんリング。